you find yourself walking down a strange, empty corridor, far from the hubbub and the hue and cry of the big city, possibly deep beneath the earth, but definitely off the grid, or so you hope. Because you see, on this strange day in history, Americans have found out for sure they are on a great big science fiction grid. Their every move on the internet, on their iPhones, as they visit websites, as they interact across the world. The government is harvesting all the data. They say it's to fight terrorists, but they won't prove it. It's all so secret, you know. Hey, I've heard that scam before.
Hey, yeah, I've heard that scam before.
I'm going to protect you and yours, but it's gotta be secret. By the very nature of this stuff, I am going to have to not tell you what I'm doing for you. It's secret. So, I will send you a report now and then about how I'm saving you from danger, okay? You just gotta trust me. Hey, it's national security, U.S. style in the 21st century. It's called, you just gotta trust me. The deal is, we're headed down this vacant corridor, and we have no cell phones, we have no computers. We hope we have nothing implanted in our bodies that will enable the Obama administration to find out what we're doing.
But I will. This is Barack Obama, the first fascist Democratic president in U.S. history, and I really, really want to know what you're doing.
I've spoken like a true fascist. Thank you, Obama. You know, if it weren't Obama, I'd say the dude was a fascist.
Me too. Only fascists and psychos have kill lists. Only fascists and psychos have kill lists.
Only fascists and psychos have killers.
This is Barack Obama. I see you. Yes, I do. This is Barack Obama. The grid is infinite. The grid is eternal. You cannot get off the grid. There is nothing off the grid. I see you. I hear you. I'm building a great big computer complex in Utah. Easily the most alien state in the United States. Easily the most unearthly state in the US, where we can keep infinite terabytes of all the information we're collecting. The grid is infinite, or pretty darn close. Welcome to post-democratic America.
Don't look back. Don't look back. I'm right behind you. We're headed for the secret meeting of the off-the-grid society. My, you're very fit. Very fit. Hey, this stays between you and me. Keep in mind, this is all satire, all right? We're gonna be okay, but we've gotta keep walking. One thing you notice about living in a surveillance society as we do is that it changes your behavior. I think, unless you're really, really indifferent or willfully ignorant, you change your behavior once you realize that everything you're doing, almost everything you're doing is being harvested by the government. That's what the controversial Edward Snowden revealed to us. And that's why we're walking so close together down this funky hallway. Your behavior changes. You watch what you say. You try to find ways of coding things. You know, these bastards are watching. Hey, when the hell did we agree to this stuff? Where the hell was the debate on all this surveillance? Who sent you? just kidding. Are you sure you're off the grid? No computers, no cell phones, no little tracking devices. Let me frisk you to make sure. Sorry. I usually get only one dirty old man on it. Hey, welcome to Off the Grid, where we are trying to figure out how to modify our behavior, our thinking, our entire lifestyles, according to a recent revelation by one Edward Snowden. No loud noises, they'll hear us. This is the Off the Grid Society. I don't know, why do I feel we are not off the grid at all? Why do I feel those clever wonks with the NSA and apparently just dozens of other government agencies doing everything, taking in all the information? I don't mean some of it, I mean all of it. And Obama says they're not reading your emails, but they are. They're harvesting everything, they're reading everything. It's all done in secret. What's to stop them? Hey, off the grid, okay? So, the grid is, as you know, the world of things the government is watching. This is mostly electronic things, internet stuff, but society today is, of course, just so heavily into the internet and interacting that way. I'm no exception. That we find out that the government took an interest in all the stuff we're doing up there and having fun, and they just have absorbed it all into a big schmoo. More technically, they are. So this is like public knowledge, so I guess we can say this even if we're not off the grid, but they are building a big super spy station in Utah. That most unearthly of states. I love Utah. They really are. Our government, at our expense, is building a gigantic super duper place in Utah. Oh, and we wish them well. And what they're doing there is storing all the data they have on us. Apparently by now the grid, we're calling it the grid, it's the massive set of surveillance apparatus, which we kind of, well, I don't remember debating that thing, do you?
Oh yes, we debated this super secret surveillance thing. We debated back there somewhere. The grid is infinite. The grid is eternal. Long live the grid, the eternal grid, the grid, the grid.
This is a little song we wrote called The Grid. The grid and staying off it. How do we get off the grid? Or is it, as Barack Obama, a guy I love, and the leader of the fascist wing of the Democratic Party says, infinite.
The management wishes to apologize. That was obviously not the real off-the-grid society.
So once again we go down vacant, meaningless corridors filled with ennui, angst, paranoia, dismay, regret,
And the horrid realization that many Democrats and progressives are part of the problem.
That's the real off-the-grid society.
Shut up, damn it!
Can't stay off the grid if you like to screw around and party. More realistically, you see, does anybody feel safer because of all this crap?
Well, I certainly feel safer. The only thing that makes me chew on the carpet is that wicked Edward Snowden, who revealed the whole damn thing.
Well, Obama, he who lives by leaks may fall by leaks. I suppose Obama's responding to what I said is not a good sign that we're off the grid. I'm not even sure you can. But something that you see, what I think has gone on in the U.S., one way of putting it, you know, there's a lot going on. One way of putting our problem in the U.S. is, I think, the executive branch. Woo-wee! These are, once again, people we salute and kind of back away from, okay? We're backing away from our brothers and sisters in the executive branch. That I think y'all have like kind of got some kind of disease, that kind of like power has gone to your head, secrecy has gone to your head. There's really nothing more caustic to government than secrecy. Can I just take a point? Take a point here? Hey, there's nothing more caustic than government secrecy.
Nothing more toxic than government secrecy. Yeah, nothing more toxic than government secrecy.
Oh no! It's sweet. Government secrecy is sweet. The grid is infinite because the grid is secret. The grid is eternal because the grid is super, super secret. That's why I'm prosecuting whistleblowers at nearly double the rate of all previous presidents put together. And you're bragging about it?
The dude brags about his kill list. Brags about having been the first president to kill an American citizen, publicly have him killed. He came out and bragged about it. I'm just pointing this out. That's the fascist wing of the Democratic Party, the Obots. Obots, out of the Democratic Party now. Obots, I love you. Oh, you Obots, you got to get the hell out of my party. The party you have destroyed. The party, the fascist wing of the Democratic Party took over the party in 2008. Don't you remember?
Well, when Adolf Hitler interrupts your secret meeting, you know you're not really off the grid. Once again, the management apologizes for our failure to elude the universal government surveillance, which is creeping out the whole United States.
We are so deep beneath the earth, I don't think they can hear us partying. Hi, I'm sorry. Now you're really off the grid. Now, I don't know, I guess after all that effort to get off the grid, what can you do? You can say what's on your mind. You can mostly you can go ahead and criticize U.S. foreign policy, right? I would definitely say so. The thing the authoritarian types just don't get is that kind of surveillance, really any kind of surveillance, changes your behavior, or your thinking, at least your emotions, your behavior, your pulse, I don't know, lifespan. Guys, that's just major stuff. Don't give me that it's for our safety. How could possibly, like, having our minds blown and messed up and freaked out and it's just the Constitution violated, how could that possibly be improving our safety when not one of us feels safer because of it? That was me hanging up the cell phone. I believe that Julian Assange, another hero of mine,
Another guy who's like, facing the wrath of empire, another leaker, Julian Assange, has said that a cell phone is a tracking device that makes calls, okay? That's why my cell phone is totally bogus!
Yay!
All cell phones used on the Perry Logan Show are totally bogus, and all of us should remember not to use cell phones as they tend to fry your brain. You know, that guitar's not real either. People find it hard to believe. So you're faced with what do I do? What do I do when my mouth doesn't work? Now, what do I do because I know they're gonna know? See? I really don't think you have to have a lot of evil intentions or be a criminal or a spy or in any way disloyal to the empire. I'm not disloyal to the empire, and I love Fearless Leader. That's what I'm talking about. Total surveillance, total obedience. Wow, fascist wing of the Democratic Party, or what? Okay, well, there is, for most of us, no getting off the grid. You know, so it's not like everything changes. People have to think twice about where they go on the internet. You have to think twice about what you talk about. And if you're critical of American foreign policy, which is like somewhere in there in the Darth Vader neighborhood, you know, I just think of evil science fiction robots and Terminators. We verge on a science fiction version of an evil empire. And that's why we won't even be square about the fact that we're an empire. You know, we have like bases in every country in the world. We have bases on, I think, just virtually, right? We're big enough and bad enough that we can force most, let's just say most of the nations of the world to have our little bases there. And this cannot possibly be doing them any good, okay? Never mind. The army, which is having problems of its own, ethical problems, and let's just face it, sexual attack problems beyond belief. Oh, and we've got bases of these fine people everywhere in the world. Over these troubled people, okay? Okay, inflicting God knows what on these nations. Now you think, okay, hey, wait. Did you just say we have bases in almost every country?
Yes, you did, Perry.
Okay. Why might that be? Yes, we are this big empire. I mean, that's the only way to look at it. We are just paying through the nose. We are paying through the nose to maintain this vast empire. And our empire is starting to do what they all do. They start to attack the folks at home, you and me. They do. They get just, you know, like I think maybe, some of these people don't understand what it takes to keep an empire together. We've got to do things in secret, unsung. We are saving the country on a daily basis. We need more data. We got to have more data. None. Hello, and welcome to the super secret center in Utah, where all the data being harvested by the NSA and others is being stored. It's like infinite storage. It's like science fiction. Further proof that Utah is of another world. And I say that with love. Here, where everything about you and me may be the only place in the world that's really off the grid. Off the grid. I hope I'm off the grid. Don't you see, fellow Americans, we can't have this kind of surveillance. No matter what they say, no matter what kind of life you live, it could be used against you. It's a blatant violation of the Fourth Amendment, and above all else, it cannot possibly be good for us. You have to decide how to act, how to think, or whether to ignore the whole thing. It's all just another way. Fascism is kind of bad for our health. Besides, it's not the American way. What do you mean, Perry? Who says fascism is not the American way?
Well, I certainly don't. As Perry Logan has often pointed out, the Obots always did act like weird little brown shirts.
Big mouth. Big mouth.
What is the fascination with big mouths? Just look at those big mouths. Well, maybe it's just me. Here to explain this and many other cosmic mysteries to us is Perry's good buddy, Magnamo! I'm a Magnamouth, and I'm here to say I'm Magnamouth, and I'm here to play.
Hey, Americans, we cannot tolerate such a blatant violation of the Fourth Amendment as has been recently revealed by a hero of mine, Edward Snowden. May he escape the wrath of empire? Well, he revealed some things, and some people keep saying, oh, he didn't reveal nothing. And some people say, oh, we already knew all that. If we already knew it, he's not a traitor, okay? If he already knew it, stop calling him a traitor. How's that? Okay? No? Well, I'm afraid he really has incurred the ultimate wrath of what... I can't really talk about what's going on without using the F word. Here I go. In 2008, the Democratic Party was taken over by its fascist wing. I'm sorry, but consider this this admittedly bold theory. Hey, this is an admittedly bold theory, but it would first of all explain the incredible malevolent creepiness of Obots. Who, showed up on the scene calling everyone racists. To make a long story short, and have been doing it ever since, the most disagreeable, miasmic, odoriferous, carbuncular, snotty, mucusy, pukey, Tourette-ian moment, and a well-deserved Tourette-ian moment from my good friends the Obots. Okay. Hey, let me make no bones about it. Me and Perry are on the same page. We consider the Obots to be our enemies. And do you know why? Because they called me a racist. And if you call me a racist, you've made an enemy for life. Hey, Americans, we cannot tolerate this total violation of the Fourth Amendment, even though so many Dems are going along with it. May I condemn these people? I want you out of my party. If you approve of this thing, if you approve of drones, if you approve of this kind of surveillance, I want you out of my party forthwith. I'm at least enjoying the concept of retrieving the Democratic Party from its fascist wing. Okay? Obots out of my party now.
Obots out of my party now. Obots out of my party now. Obots out of my party now. Obots out of my party now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please get on your trampolines. Don't worry, we're off the grid. This is the show where we all jump on our trampolines simultaneously. So you at home need to be on your tramp. Get on your damn tramp. Will you get on your damn tramp? We're doing a special tramp routine where you're on your tramp and we're all gonna do it together. Jeez. It's not easy for me.
Well, it looks like Perry Logan has got the whole world bouncing. What a great way to get off the grid.
Stop knowing. You stop jumping. I think we're off the grid now.